All right, so um, we've got this really interesting set of articles and research all about AI and the future app development.
Yeah.
And I guess the big question that keeps coming up is, are robots gonna like take over all the developer jobs?
Yeah, that's the big one, right? The one everyone's thinking about.
Yeah, will robots be coding our apps?
Right, exactly.
So we've got some pretty interesting stats, real world examples, and insights from experts to sort of help us unpack this.
Absolutely.
So by the end of this deep dive, you'll have a much clearer picture, I think, of where things are headed and maybe some ideas about how to stay ahead of the curve.
Definitely should be interesting.
So one of the sources you shared at my site, they have this interesting analogy where they compare AI to like a powerful tool,
Oh, yeah.
that can handle a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to coding.
Yeah, it's like having this super efficient assistant.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of spending hours debugging code, developers can focus on like designing innovative user experiences or
Right? Or coming up with, creative solutions to complex problems.
yeah, exactly. And that's something that humans are uniquely good at.
Absolutely. AI can help us excel in those areas by taking care of the more mundane tasks.
Right. But I know there's still this fear out there that AI will fully automate developer jobs and make their skills obsolete.
Sure, it's a valid concern.
But at my site, they make a good point. AI is a tool created by humans,
Right.
and it's really up to us how we use it.
It's about adapting and evolving our skill set to work alongside AI, not fearing it. And the good news is a vast majority of developers are already embracing AI tools.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at my site cites a statistic that 92% of U.S. developers are already using AI coding tools.
Wow, 92%.
Both at work and in their personal projects.
So it's becoming like integrated into their daily lives.
Absolutely. And it's not just a matter of convenience, it's actually impacting the bottom line. There's a study mentioned in App My Site where companies using ChatGPT reported saving between $50,000 to $70,000 per company.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah, it is. And it's not just about saving money, it's also about improving code quality.
Oh, how?
Well, AI tools are incredibly good at spotting errors, vulnerabilities and potential performance bottlenecks that humans might miss.
So like an extra set of eyes.
Exactly. But these eyes are powered by algorithms that can process vast amounts of data and instantly identify potential issues.
That makes sense. So cleaner, more efficient, and more secure code.
Exactly. And that leads to more robust and reliable apps, which ultimately benefits everyone.
Right. And speaking of benefits, this brings us to something really important, upskilling in the AI era.
Yeah, adapting to the changing landscape.
The World Economic Forum predicts that AI will displace a certain number of jobs, but it'll also create new ones. At my site mentions something like 85 million jobs displaced, but 97 million new ones created by 2025.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily about job losses, but a shift in the types of jobs.
Right, so it's about adapting and evolving, not resisting the inevitable.
Exactly. Developers who embrace AI and learn to work alongside it will be the ones who thrive.
So instead of fearing AI, developers should see it as an opportunity to expand their skills.
Precisely. App My Site encourages developers to explore AI tools and platforms, to think of them as additions to their developer toolkit. The more comfortable you are working with AI, the better positioned you'll be for the future.
So it's really about staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah, being proactive and embracing the change.
And another interesting aspect of AI's impact is its potential to break down silos within organizations.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
App My Site talks about how technical teams often get stuck in their own bubble.
Right. They can get siloed.
But AI can help bridge the gap between departments.
Exactly. And Zlendo Technologies, another source you've shared, talks about how AI can process vast amounts of data from different departments, like marketing, sales, and so on, and make those insights accessible to everyone.
So instead of each department working in isolation, AI can help create a more holistic approach.
That's the idea. It can act as a sort of universal translator for data, breaking down the jargon and making it easier for everyone to understand the big picture.
This reminds me of something else that App My Site highlighted: the importance of continuous learning in an AI-driven world.
Absolutely, lifelong learning is key.
It's not enough to just learn one specific coding language or platform. You need to be constantly exploring new tools, new technologies, new ways of working.
It's a shift in mindset. The future of app development is all about adaptability, curiosity, and a willingness to learn and grow alongside AI. It's not about fearing obsolescence, but about embracing the potential of AI to unlock new possibilities.
It's about constantly evolving and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so exciting.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. The fear of AI taking over, the reality of AI as an augmentation tool, the benefits of AI in terms of productivity and code quality, the need for upskilling and the role of AI in breaking down silos and fostering collaboration.
Yeah, we've touched on a lot of key points.
But there's still so much more to explore, especially regarding the future of app development in this AI-driven world. What else should we be considering?
Well, we've only just scratched the surface of how AI is transforming the landscape. Next, we'll delve into the fascinating realm of AI-driven user experiences and how AI is changing the way apps are designed and used.
Ooh, this is where it gets really interesting. Think about all the apps you use daily, from shopping and social media to streaming services.
Right.
Chances are AI is already playing a role behind the scenes, shaping how you interact with them.
Indeed. And I'll also explore how AI is democratizing the world of app development with the rise of low-code and no-code platforms, making it easier than ever for anyone to create an app.
Sounds like we're about to get even deeper into the AI rabbit hole. Buckle up. Things are about to get even more interesting.
Definitely a lot more to uncover.
Yeah.
So, we've been talking about AI as this game changer in app development.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about how it's actually revolutionizing the user experience too.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how seamlessly AI is integrated into our daily lives.
It really has.
You hardly even think about it.
Right. It's just there.
But it's constantly shaping our experience,
Absolutely.
And one thing that really struck me from Zalendo Technologies' Ingeniousi was the power of AI for personalization.
Oh, yeah. Personalization is huge. It's like AI excels at tailoring experiences to each user.
Right.
Like it can analyze your past behavior preferences, even your current context,
Wow.
to deliver content and features that are most relevant to you at that moment.
Like those eerily accurate recommendations you get on e-commerce sites.
Exactly.
It's like they know what I want before I do.
Right.
It's kind of creepy, but also impressive.
Yeah. Well, Zalendo Technologies had some great examples of those AI-powered recommendation engines. They're not just suggesting random products,
Right.
They're learning from your browsing history, your purchase history, and even what other users with similar tastes have liked.
So it's all about the data.
Data AI thrives on it. The more data it has, the better it can understand you and predict what you'll want next. And this level of personalization can be incredibly powerful for businesses, Leads to higher engagement, increased satisfaction, ultimately more successful apps.
Ingeniousi brought up language learning apps that adapt to your specific mistakes.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
I've used those before. And it's remarkable how they can pinpoint your weaknesses
Right.
and tailor lessons to help you improve.
It's like having a personal tutor in your pocket.
Right, built into the app.
That's a great example of AI in action. And Zalendo Technologies makes a bold statement. They say, AI will continue to enhance user experience in ways we can't even imagine yet.
I think they might be right.
I have a feeling their voice assistants like Siri or Alexa are just the beginning. We're going to see a lot more innovation in this space.
Yeah, it's both exciting and a bit mind-boggling to think about what those future experiences might look like.
Right.
But we've talked about how AI makes apps smarter and more personalized.
Yeah.
But what about the process of creating those apps?
Right.
That's where the concept of low-code, no-code comes in, right?
Absolutely. This is a major development that both AppMySite and Zalendo Technologies highlighted. We're witnessing a democratization of app development,
Yeah.
where platforms like AppMySite are empowering people to build apps without needing to be coding wizards.
That's huge.
It is. It used to be that you needed a whole team of developers and tons of specialized knowledge to create even a simple app.
Oh, yeah.
Now with these low-code, no-code platforms, anyone with an idea can bring it to life.
It's incredible.
And AI is a crucial part of this. Zalendo Technologies emphasizes how these platforms use AI to simplify the process. AI handles a lot of the complex stuff behind the scenes,
Right.
making it intuitive and accessible for people who might not have a technical background.
AppMySite talks about how this opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
It does.
Suddenly, small businesses, entrepreneurs, even individuals with a passion project can create their own apps.
Yeah.
Without breaking the bank or getting bogged down in technical details. It's like a whole new wave of creators.
Yeah, it really is. And it ties back into this broader theme we've been discussing, the evolving role of the developer. In an AI-driven world, staying relevant means embracing lifelong learning.
AppMySite really stresses that point, the continuous learning imperative.
It's so important. It's not enough to learn one specific coding language or platform. You need to be constantly exploring new tools, new technologies, new ways of working.
It's like the learning never stops.
It's a fundamental shift in mindset. The future of app development is all about adaptability, curiosity, and a willingness to learn and grow alongside AI. It's not about fearing obsolescence, but about embracing the potential of AI to unlock new possibilities. It's about constantly evolving and staying ahead of the curve.
So what does all of this mean for our listener who's trying to navigate this rapidly changing world of app development?
Well, it's not about choosing between AI and developers. It's about understanding how these two forces are converging to shape the future of app development. You've got to be willing to adapt, to learn to experiment. The world of app development is moving fast, and AI is the engine driving that change. It's an exciting time to be involved in this industry, but you have to be prepared to evolve with it.
Exactly. We've seen how AI can personalize experiences within apps, but what if AI could help personalize the app development process itself,
Ooh, that's interesting.
making it even more intuitive, more accessible, more tailored to the individual creator? That's a thought-provoking idea to consider.
It certainly is. And as we continue our deep dive, let's explore some specific real-world examples of how AI is being used in app development today. I think that will help solidify some of these concepts and paint a clearer picture of the current landscape.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in. All right, so let's get into some real-world examples, see how this is actually being used.
Yeah, for sure.
One area that seems to be getting a lot of attention is code generation,
Yeah, absolutely.
with tools like GitHub Copilot and Tab9,
Right.
using AI to, help developers write code.
It's pretty amazing.
I've heard of GitHub Copilot. It's like having an AI pair programmer, right?
Exactly. It can suggest entire lines of code, complete functions, even help you debug. And it's based on this massive data set of code, so it can often anticipate what you're trying to do and offer these really helpful suggestions.
So that must be a huge time saver for developers.
Oh, absolutely. And, these tools aren't just for experienced programmers either.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they can be a great learning resource for beginners too,
Oh, cool.
helping them understand, different coding concepts and practices.
So it's like having an AI tutor right there in your coding environment.
Pretty much, yeah.
Another area where AI seems to be making a big impact is in app testing.
Definitely.
AI-powered testing tools. They can automate a lot of the tasks involved in testing,
Right, like running through different scenarios, identifying bugs.
which can be super time consuming.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And by automating a lot of that, AI can free up developers to focus on, more of the strategic aspects of testing.
Right, like designing those comprehensive test cases and analyzing the results.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not replacing testers, it's making them more efficient.
Exactly. It's helping to shift the role of the tester from, a manual executor to more of a strategic thinker.
So really, all of this is pointing to how AI is transforming app development.
It is. It's a big shift.
It's not about replacing humans, it's about, augmenting our capabilities, making us better at what we do.
Couldn't agree more. It's a really exciting time to be involved in this industry. The possibilities with AI are just, seemingly endless.
Yeah, and it's up to us to harness that power.
Right? Exactly. To create these innovative and impactful applications.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI and the future of app development, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
Well, I think the most important thing is to embrace this mindset of continuous learning and adaptation.
Right.
The pace of change is only going to accelerate, so it's crucial to, stay curious, explore new tools, new technologies, and be willing to adapt your skill set as needed.
So it's not about fearing the unknown. It's about embracing the potential of AI.
Exactly.
And remembering that AI is a tool.
Right.
It's up to us as humans to guide its development and make sure it's used to create a better future.
Well said.
Well, we've seen how AI can personalize experiences within apps.
Right.
But what if it could help personalize the app development process itself? Make it even more intuitive, more accessible, more tailored to the individual creator. Something to think about.
It certainly is food for thought. Thanks for having me on this deep dive. It's been a great conversation.
Thanks for joining us. And to all our listeners out there, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into AI and the future of app development. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep creating.